Straight into the game. Rise Nation versus Luminosity. We're kicking this one off. Casters, take it away.
You keep your analysis. We're going straight to this one and already into this. John, Looney, Rise Nation, Luminosity getting back into this one. Again, a tough loss for Rise Nation, and Luminosity just scraping it past the team they expected to potentially dominate. But either way, we're into this one now, and a chance for redemption for Rise Nation and a chance to really get things going now for Luminosity. For a team that we have had high hopes for but haven't quite managed to get their groove on. In the words of Austin Powers, it's maybe that they've just lost their mojo.
My goodness, Miles, always being so charismatic as we kick things off on hard point. Couldn't have put it better myself. The Rise, though, are going to get into that ventilation room, and they're going to dominate here. You're already seeing Looney 4-1, a player so overlooked here, both in major events, Pro League as well, finds kill number 5. But again, you've got to start thinking of that rotation now. With 15 seconds left, Miles, this is where Rise, even though it's so early on, they can really capitalize and start to bring a lead. But Luminosity, they're going to stop that straight away. It's going to be John and Slack putting up the kills. 10 between them right now.
There we go. Big kills there from Slacked, and again, working their way in towards Streaks. And once again, we always talk about this one on Valkyrie. Streaks not too influential, nothing turns the tide, quite like a kill streak, but not to be found here. JCap unable to find a second there, and Slack making his way through the streets as Formal is the last player left in Luminosity to hold on the hard point, but they do have the favorable spawns, and they will be able to hang in there. And if Formal can hang on to this position, I mean, this is a solid start for them. They didn't have the greatest hold there on the ventilation room, but now on Operations Bunker, things are looking up. 35 now, Luminosity climbing back in this one, and I have to say, Formal's doing a great job of staying alive, but Slasher is coming in for him, and look at that, gunless charges right in through the front door, Slasher in from behind, and there is no prisoners to be found there for Luminosity as Rise take back the hard point.
Oh, this is most definitely Rise Nation's early start to the game, which they'll be looking for. However, Luminosity, they have this rotation now towards the bunker, and Rise Nation are a team who can punish teams, push them back, break on through. Interesting though, the time disparity between Luminosity all coming in from Formal. You see JCap, John Slacked, a combined 5 seconds, but this may be a potential for Luminosity to get a couple of points on the board. TJ coming in from behind, he's spotted him. This should be a free kill, and it will be. And now comes on the pinch. That's the question. Where will Slack spawn? He's gonna spawn out. These next couple of kills are crucial, but JCap and John coming up clutch.
Oh, 2 for JCap. That was a very solid hold. 3 kills in a row for JCap, 2 kills in a row for Formal, and Luminosity is starting to look a little bit more feisty, a little bit more vigorous than they had been. Slacked finds 2. JCap there, cut down in mid-street. So again, Luminosity hot on the heels of Rise Nation. Rise haven't really been too active in this set of rotations, and my good God, Gunless almost making that kill work. John now having to contend with TJ, Halley, and Slash, and they're going to cut him up now. Formal also gets taken care of in mid. A beautiful hold from Rise Nation, as they now have a chance to get a little bit more onto the scoreboard. 20 seconds left now on the storage bunker, and must admit, TJ Halley 10-7. He's the only real standout player right now for Rise Nation, doing a lot of work, but nonetheless, this is still a pretty close matchup.
Yeah, and we heard obviously the stats. I think Ben and Revan were talking about when TJ, is to go positive. It's a 80-90% victory for a lot of them in respawn, and it does look like Gunless having a bit of a slow start. That may change, but going into this for you guys at home, before we came to Anaheim, Rise Nation, they were 3-0 on Valkyrie hardpoint. Luminosity, obviously a very new team, 0-1. However, it looks like they've found their feet here, and Slacked will find the double digits, but in control of the hard point. Luminosity down to 1, and TJ trying to punch his way through the defense. He's going to find his teammate Looney, and a shot in the back is going to take Slacked down. Rise Nation will retake control of the office. Potentially 30 seconds still left on the clock, Miles.
It was a surgical retake of office. I mean, it looked a little slow for those at home, maybe wondering what was going on, but once Rise found their way in, that was it. Now they're holding on still. TJ making his way out front, trying to just push those players of Luminosity back, allowing his teammates to get a little bit more time. But LG are back in there, and they're managing to get office back. 15 seconds left on this one. You're seeing Rise all spawning out together. They're going to try and get out of this one, but as you can see, that shots from John is going to give the info he needs to his team. Looney trying to find his way in here on Smokestacks. It's going to be a 1v1 against Formal. Almost making that one work. He does actually trade him out with a nade, so beautiful stuff there from Looney again, a player who I think gets a ton of love. I mean, really, he's an incredibly influential player for Rise Nation. Without them, they would not be the squad they are today. And another, speaking of players, Slasher, the most recent addition to the squad, and with it, has turned them into quite the formidable force. Still, Luminosity not out of this yet, 89-108, and they're hanging in there on Smokestacks. Formal with a nice 2-piece, and that's actually going to put them at 3 kills moment, not too far away from the streaks.
Absolutely not, and you look at Luminosity, John positive 2, Formal with a +4, and you know what, he's starting to put some more kills on the board. Coming into this, the hard point as well for Luminosity, it was pretty much 50-50 at 6 and 5, but But the players that were putting up those kills were Formal and Slacked here. John, of course, with that SMG, he can be a very, very big threat to a team like Rise Nation. But Rise, you start to see, you know, the kills going, you know, in Luminosity's favor, and the score will too. Don't rule them out, but we've got a close game on our hands. Rise Nation, they've just come off a hot 3-0 loss here against TK, so definitely still in the minds of Rise Nation's players.
Yeah, looking a little slow, steady, but Looney almost finding 2 out of that one. Lovely work in street, and he's getting shots out. Gets away with his life, and the ventilation room now, as we swap back over, is going to be Rise Nation's. Luminosity, can they hang on to the lead that they've so earnestly worked for? Hard work prying that one out of the hands of Rise Nation and still doing the best they can. TJ getting stuck there, jumping away from his teammates. Not going to let that sticky hit do any more damage than it really needed to. And now still we're watching the members of Rise slowly get picked apart by Slasher. He says no, he wants to go quietly into the night. But JCap's got a thing or two to say about that as we've just flipped over the ventilation room. 30 seconds left. And Rise are back in this one. The lead is theirs. But for how long with Luminosity in control?
And again, a game like this with Rise and Luminosity is one where Map 1 can really set the pace, you know, set the precedent. Both of these guys probably not in their finest form as of literally right now, but a Map 1 victory will put them right back on track here. Slasher and Cap are going to trade things out in the ventilation room. Will end in Luminosity's hand. We're going towards fire now. This is where you've got a really big 1v1. John needs to stay alive because his team are spawning out and he's wisely backing down. Slack's going to pick up a double there as Slasher and Gunless bite back with 2 themselves. Johnny's going to fall, and Rise Nation, this is their chance now to push on through, get these kills, and really push Luminosity back.
Yeah, we saw Rise do really well in the Operations Bunker in the first set of rotations, and this is where they made a huge bit of gains. Slack doing the best he can to hold on, but Gunless has just absolutely torn him asunder. Now, hanging in there. John trying to answer back, somehow manages to get the kill out of that one. That was huge, but Slasher is in there to fill the gaps, and he's doing a beautiful job. Takes care of JCap and John. Looney now filling in the blanks. 25 seconds left on Operations Bunker, and Rise have once again proven their dominance here, and that is going to be that. Slasher, 4 kills in a row. Almost makes it a 5th, but John somehow gets on top of that one, and now JCap and John working in tandem, the gruesome twosome, as they take back the Operations Bunker. 10 seconds left, and this is a chance now. Luminosity could take the lead back. What a way to come back into this one.
Yeah, they will take that lead back as well. It's so back and forth here, so neck and neck between these 2 Titans. Of course, the North American squads going head-to-head. This is a big matchup for the pool. Maybe to take that first place position. JCap entering from the front, takes down Slasher. Looney onto Formal. Luminosity, though, they have control of the hard point, and Looney's going to find a double. Maybe, just maybe, that's going to be the key for Rise Nation to unlock the door.
Oh, they're doing a really good job of trading, and Slacked with 3. You just cannot stop him. John on the outside as well. 2 for him. Can he find a 3rd? There's a nade. He knows TJ's on his way, and he's got his number. That's going to be another one. 4 kills in a row for John. 4 kills for Slack. John still going. This is an absolute terror. TJ comes back for more, and he gets him as well. John cannot be stopped. Can Gunless do it? He can. But the damage may have already been done. Slack's almost got streaks as well, and this is quite the run. Just slowed down there, but Luminosity has the damage been done like that over the 200-point mark. And now, an opportunity to take map number 1 away from our reigning champions, Rise Nation.
Oh, and that's 3 kills that you need at that time. 1 person left alive. It's Slasher. He needs to stay alive. Not going to happen. So all 4 players now spawning out. We're going to see JCap hold this middle as best he can. He gets one as he gets taken down, but he's going to spawn right upon Luminosity now. And with Office, they can finish it right here, right now. They may have just gone to a game 5 with Epsilon, but Rise Nation off a hot 3-0 loss. This is not looking good for the reigning champs.
Here we go. 20 points remaining for the win. JCap's hanging in there. John's coming in and back him up. Formal's doing the work in the front end. It's Slacked. He's hanging on in the Office. He's hanging on for the time. Final 10 seconds. Gunless, though, just takes care of him there. There are players to fill in and make sure that no one takes care of the Office, and now we have it. 5 points remaining. Here comes Rise. They need to do something now. It's got to be big. It's got to be very dramatic, and it can't be because they've taken map number 1 against Rise.
LG looking really good here, and I mean, the main thing is all the, I can't stop thinking about how crazy these pools are already going to be. I mean, LG has a lot to prove. They obviously just get this roster together. We're still trying to see what the full potential of it really is. Rise, on the other hand, they really don't have an excuse to be having a slow start. Nameless, what do you think is going on the side of Rise?
I mean, right there, you just have John and Slack going absolutely off, and then Gunless has a performance that we don't usually see. I think I looked at the scoreboard, he was like 17 and 27 at one point, and he's kind of the lead slayer on that team at times. So if Gunless is going to play like that, either Looney or TJ are going to have to step it up for them to be able to contend with these top teams.
I mean, when you look at Rise, you just expect Gunless to fry absolutely the entire world every single map. Sometimes it's not going to happen, right? And this time you see LG coming out looking really hot. If you don't have Gunless backing you up there, yeah, that kind of is a recipe to maybe pick up one map loss. The question is, how far will that go throughout the entire series? Momo, was there anything in particular that you want to draw attention to in that first map between Rise and LG?
I think it was what Nameless said. I think John obviously going off. I know he picked up on Slack, but judging by the stats of this team when they formed together, it was actually Former and Slack the ones putting up those numbers in respawn. John was sitting just below a 1.0 KD, and that is. Today, he kind of comes in, and Valkyrie maybe suits him a little bit better, that PPSH in hand, but it was more kind of just a team effort, which we didn't see from Luminosity back in the Pro League. It was a little bit uncoordinated. I think the couple of weeks that they've had has really shown. Even though they've just come off a Game 5 with Epsilon, they're going toe-to-toe with Rise.
But that's not the only series going on here in Anaheim. Over at Bravo, we have Unilad against Echo Fox. This one is still going on. It could go all the way to a Game 5 as well. Echo Fox has a very, very narrow lead just by a little bit, but Unilad does have the lead in the series. If they close it out here, they will close out the entire thing.
And look at Vicento sitting at 34 and 20. He switched over to that main AR role because, as we saw previously, Aqua was kind of struggling running that main AR in the Pro League. We get Vicento here running a main AR. He's 34 and 20. That's something we don't usually see out of him, so that's crazy on the side of Echo Fox.
And he's also the type of player that the earlier he gets hot, the earlier he gets riled up, it really can be very, very good for a team like Echo Fox. We've seen him do it a few times in the past. We're going to see him do it there just a little bit. Takes down 2 before he gets tucked on in. This one, though, Miles, super close.
Oh, it's close as it gets. And right now, I mean, Vicento's looking at a 40 bomb written all over this one. But again, Unilad, you can't rule them out. There's no way you can. I mean, we've got Shawnee going 31 and 31. Zeds with streaks to work with. I mean, 10 points is nothing between these two teams right now. And there's a very good chance that the likes of Unilad can pull this one back. Vicento gets caught napping there, and Zed just completely eviscerates Tem. From here on out, I mean, I think Unilad, they can do something big here. They can take care of Statue, streaks to work with, they can hold on to it.
Yeah, you look at this and you think maybe this ends on Main Street, and if Unilad starts to coordinate these streaks well, it can pay off. Aseno unfortunately takes down teammate. Zed does invest that glide bomb, and what does it get them? Not much. It has got them the good spawns, but there's still 30 seconds to go left on this Statue. Really interested to see when this fighter pilot comes in. I'd like that, of course, to be saved till that Main Street hill, but 3 big kills. Look at the spawns there, 3 of Echo Fox spawning down useless. This is perfect for Echo Fox. Of course, how influential will that fighter pilot be?
Definitely need to be thinking about the fighter pilot, and you can also see not only are they going to have the great spawns, but they also get majority of the time that is taken away from Statue. Obviously a very contest heavy hill, not too many points being pulled down by either team, but Echo Fox gets quite a few of them, and now they're already going to be set up on Main Street. Could Main Street be where it ends? We see those streaks called on in, but Tem's going to be able to grab a 2-piece here as well, and Echo Fox starting to inch ahead, Nameless.
Yeah, I mean, they have the favorable spawns here, and they're just pushing up and getting all their trades. Unilad keeps trying to get through lights there, but they just keep getting stopped by the player that's pushing up and slaying him out with a sub. If Unilad want to win this game, they're going to need to get a nade kill. On this hill, your first kill has to always be a nade, and then you push on in, and we see Alex gets that nade kill on Temp. They're able to execute, get the trades, and get control of it, so you always want to use your tacticals wisely when you're pushing this hill.
And you can see Alex was able to use that nade to open things up just a little bit, and that's going to give Unilad that opening that they need to at least disrupt Echo Fox enough. But on this hill, Echo Fox could still potentially win. Coming in here, though, not going to be able to win those fights. Zed going to be able to close that out, taking out Temp. But Echo Fox can turn their attention now to that Money Hill, Momo, as they try to get set up to close this out and bring it to a Game 5.
Yeah, really like what Unilad did there. Even though there's 10 seconds to gain from that last hill, they push on forward. They know that they've got to take this docked warehouse. It doesn't go their way, as we see Vicento and Aqua picking up not 1, not 2, but 3 of the kills onto Unilad. And with 7 seconds left, one more wave of kills for Echo Fox, and it's gone.
I mean, it's just 2 seconds for Echo Fox here. Unilad going to fight all the way to the bitter end. Can they come up with a big play here? Shawnee moving, yeah, especially if Shawnee's going to be hot. He's going to be able to find one here. Going to try to get the wall bang. Not able to find it as of yet. Looking for a little bit more. Shawnee does get ripped down, though. Unilad set up here in Doc's warehouse.
They can win off this hill. If they get every single second on this hill, Unilad will take this game. They do have the favorable spawn for the next hill as well, so all they need to do is just lay out and buy a little bit of time instead of their rotation. Number 7, that's going to be Vicento. He's working on getting the spawns for the next one. He's going to have a big one-on-one here with Zed.
If he catches Zed, this is it. He's going to open the floodgates. He's not found Zed, but he's found 2 more players. He's going to be coming in. He's got help. Wuskin finds 2, though. Can they hang in there? Is that the last one? It looks like it.
Number 1.
But they're
Zed
wow.
is currently in the hill. All he has to do is buy a couple of seconds for his team. His team is there.
They're contesting from the front as well. 2 players going in, but Echo Fox, they've got the spawns. 1 wave of kills will finish it. The time may come into play if this just goes down to contest fest. But Echo Fox now, that's got to be the nail in the coffin. The glide bomb comes in, and we're going to go at game 5.
That's scary there for a second.
Excited to go that game 5, but we're also going to be moving back over to our alpha matchup now. It is, of course, going to be Luminosity up against Rise Nation. Very excited for this one. Both of these teams not having the start that they wanted to have. We're jumping straight into the search and destroy.
We got a little carried away watching other matches and we've missed a round, but regardless of that, Rise Nation get the first one on the board. Looney finds the first kill on John here in the second, and Luminosity now 2 players pushing up Daisy so far. Gunless, he takes care of Slack with an 8, so John and Slack taken care of. It's down to JCap and Formal now as they make their way back towards A, and you can see TJ sit on top of that B site. He's got a nice overview of the player making his way through street, and he's going to catch JCap if he does make that move. The bomb is down now in the middle of the map. No one really in any place to grab that one. Now it falls to Formal with 50 seconds and 4 members of Rise Nation against him. It's only a matter of time now before they seal the deal and get their second round.
And I think that's TJ with the final kill. I think we'll just double check that on the Bronze Star. Yes, it is. And I believe that's 4-0 for him. So we talk about TJ as a search and destroy player, and we highlight not only, you know, his 1.66 KD, but over 20% of First Bloods do go to him. Of course, 8 plays in the lobby. You guys do the math at home. It's a lot. It's good. TJ, fantastic search and destroy player. He's already 4-0. He'll be working towards those streaks. And I think TJ's one of those players as well. When he's close to streaks, he's good at playing for them as well. A very search and destroy minded player, if you like. He's got that bomb. Let's see what he can do with it, though, as we stay on board with the young man himself.
Rise, all 4 members running right through mid. They're looking for a brawl, and they found it. Nades out. Slasher finds 1. TJ just takes the top off of JCap, and now it's a 2v3. Rise Nation with the advantage. Bomb's going to be going down there on the A site.
And that bomb as well, Miles, edges him so close to those streaks. 1 kill, I believe, will get him 2. So he's going to just linger around. A Slasher will find both of them. Only taking down Slack means Formal is going to be left to see if he can take down TJ and Gunless. The problem right here is Formal doesn't want to throw this round away and go down 3-0, but he may just end up feeding the streaks to TJ. Wouldn't be surprised if Gunless gets a couple of bullets in him, if TJ does challenge this and try and pick up this kill. Gunless, though, takes 1 for the team, will go out and try and get that kill, and of course Gunless, the shot that he has, he may not have had the best hard point, but Search and Destroy has been pretty flawless from Rise since the get-go of this squad.
Yeah, it's probably the lesser of 2 evils to give the kill to Gunless, because again, TJ is so close to getting streaked out, and it's a clean 3-0 so far for Rise. Luminosity have really got to do something special to bounce back. You know, they're going to have to contest with the fact that TJ is close to streaks, and now they're going to have to contest with the fact that Gunless might not be too far away either. So not the ideal scenario to be in for a Luminosity fan, but they can turn this one around. Now we go into round 4. The boys of Luminosity on offense, and actually John with a sniper nearly catches Slasher there, and can he find any more out of this one? Shots are out. Slack gets a nade kill in the background, so that's going to be a nice way to open this one up. But is it going to be enough to crack Rise Nation wide open? And John's aggressive. He's in there, goes for the hip fire, not to find anything. Looney, though, poking holes through the armor of Luminosity, finds 2 quickly and easily. And he's hunting for another.
And the best thing about this, just to kind of break it down, Looney was pushing forward, and yes, he may have picked up a kill, but if he didn't, it was TJ to trade. Looney actually finds the 2 himself. TJ finds 1 as well, so that streaks all round here. But with 50 seconds left, we can't even flick onto the Luminosity player because he is out via grenade, and Rise Nation just put another round on the board. And again, this just... I know we missed 1 round, Miles, but I feel like we've just skipped 2 or 3 more. They've just flown by in favor of Rise.
Yeah, Rise so clinical. I mean, the way they retook that site, I mean, they didn't necessarily have the numbers to start off with. Slack got an early kill, you know, to take care of a player to begin with, and even without the numbers, they just played the B site so well. They pushed them forward. They noticed that John had a snipe, and as soon as they found him, you know, far forward, he was past the bell already. They had him in a position where he wasn't hitting those shots, and overwhelmed him straight away. Looney picks up 2, and in the end, it was going to be TJ getting his 6th kill and those streaks. Can we see it again? It's a heavy B stack.
Well, there's your first blood, Miles. It's TJ. He's 7-0. My goodness, this guy has got plans to his name. He's got a couple first bloods. Looney's going to find number 2. Looney does go down, though. That's to John. The problem being those streaks, and TJ just around the corner. We'll be looking for number 8. There it is. He's already got full streak, so it really doesn't change. Oh my goodness, TJ Haley's going off. He's 5-0. He's doing it all, and this is why we say he is maybe the best search and destroy player in the game. The stats back it up. Rise Nation. They may have taken a big L to TK. They lost map 1, but it doesn't seem to have affected them when it matters. You know, these guys have kind of brushed that aside.
I've seen a few very, very fast 6-0 S&Ds now in my time, in my short time as a codcaster, and this is definitely one of the top 3 quickest. Like, this is a fast one. If you're a Rise Nation fan, LG just not really coming to play here. I mean, let's face it, TJ could finish this one out with the streaks alone.
Yeah.
Everyone on Luminosity should be running Mountain now because they know full well they're loaded up. Slash is going to be able to take care of John. Looney now poking out. He's hoping for Slack. He's got a number all over him, and he's going to rip him in half. And now it's all down to JCap, and JCap fighting for his life. But in the end, it's going to be a clean 6-0 for Rise Nation. Oh my Momo.
I mean, we highlight streaks so often, the importance, how crucial they are. You've got to play for them. Those first bloods, getting the bomb down, they get full streaks, they don't need them. It's like, again, just a clinic here from Rise Nation. JP, get that calculator out, because that was one fast search and destroy. An
incredibly fast search and destroy there from Rise Nation. Luminosity Gaming with their backs against the wall as they go down 2-0 in this series. Is it a chance for redemption for Rise after their loss earlier? Or can Luminosity Gaming find their stride and bounce back in this series? We will have the answers for you after this break.
all tied up on the main stage, LG versus Rise, and you know what, we got to go straight into it. We got to talk about the elephant in the room right now. LG, search and destroy, Nameless, what is going on?
That was one of the fastest search and destroy wins I've ever seen in my entire life on Call of Duty. I think that Rise just came out guns blazing. They were mad about that first map, and they knew every single thing that LG was going to try to do. You know, they played each other a few times by now, and now that they have their strats down, you know, Rise answered back to every single strat that they had and smoked them 6-0.
All right, well, it looks like we're going to be getting straight into this one, but do not forget to power up with tacos. Maybe that is the winning recipe. Maybe that is what LG needs in their S&D. I definitely know that's what I need in my belly, but let's get into map number 3.
Here we go, map number 3. It's going to be a CTF fill, as it always is. Rise versus LG. I mean, Rise seem to have forgotten who they are. It kind of feels like they had a bit of an identity crisis, and now that they've found themselves in the search and destroy, God only knows what holds Luminosity for them now. Off to a good start if you're a Rise fan. They got the kills, but Luminosity have been pushed back into their base slowly but surely. TJ having a sublime search and destroy in that last one. Can he carry it over into the search?
Well, he starts off with a kill. He's going to be taken down as Luminosity will find themselves a bit of a 1v1. Slasher may pick up this kill. He's not going to find it, but he's tagged both, and I like what he's doing here. He's backing off, he's regrouping, he finds Formal with a grenade, and this may be a chance for them to push forward.
Nades have been extremely accurate in this matchup so far. Both these teams have all been hitting these insane long-range nade kills, and they've been a treat to watch. Slasher trying to hold the line down here against Slack. You can see their presence now for Rise as they make their way forward. Gunless finding a clean one there onto Formal. Another to be found from Slack, and there's a third around the corner if he wants it. But John, a little too strong from there, not able to get the kill. Slasher, though, he's picking up the pieces. As you can see, that pressure just being applied now by Rise. This is it. The leg hold is in. The arm bar is applied, and that's it. Flags out, but there are 2 players from Luminosity have made their way through mid-map. Looney's all over it. Can he find them?
I think the key player right now is the player at the base is Gunless. And does Gunless come up trumps? Yes, he does. He takes down Formal. Those 2-3 players for Luminosity are going to be stuck towards the middle. Flag number 1 is insecure, and Slash has bagged himself our glide bomb just to make sure. But Rise Nation, with a minute and a half gone, they find themselves in the lead, and judging by the search and destroy in the CTF, Rise Nation are back.
Yeah, this is a much stronger looking Rise than we have seen before. I mean, Formal last player left alive there for a while, hanging in as best he could. The Slasher glide bomb now bombs away. If he can find something with this, it's going to help, but at the same time, it has forced them all inside, and he got a ton of intel from that one. John finally getting a kill there on TJ. Looney just holding down mid. I love this position. He's going to be able to overwatch the players in middle. Anyone who comes on through right behind him in the comms. Perfect shots on a JCap. Formal's going to be taken care of as well. 2 kills in a row for Looney now, and he's holding that front line forward, getting his teammates up as far as he can. And Luminosity answer back with a couple of tidy kills of their own, so they're not out of this just yet, with 2 minutes 45 left here in the first half. And John, treating that PPSH like an AR. I like it.
John, ambitious as always, but John always usually comes up trump. 7 and 6 right now. He's the one putting the kills on the board for LG. However, they need more than just kills. They need to start to string them together, find themselves a flag. But as we find ourselves halfway through the first half here, we're going to see Slasher taking out that window as JCap may be jumping on in, finding himself a little perch up on the ladder as he pushes forward, finds another. TJ's going to find him from behind, and I feel like that should have been a call out. Cap kind of didn't really react to that. Maybe communications a little sloppy, maybe just risking it 50-50 for the return, but Rise Nation again putting the pressure on. Big kill from Slack here, just gives themselves the number advantage, but so far so good for Rise Nation, Miles. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Yeah,
there's a couple of opportunities there for Luminosity to get in there, and they've been snuffed out by some beautiful play there from Gunless, and now Slasher coming in as well. Immediately, as soon as he knows he has the advantage, he's now pressing it. That initiative has been won, and they've struck now that the iron is piping hot. Slasher! Oh, wow. JCap's gone. Looney's now covering the back. This is going to be a cap for sure. Gunless now makes his way forward. This is going to be an absolute bloodbath if he's not careful. Gunless doesn't need to get Formal, but Looney's now there straight away. As you can see, this constant pressure from Rise Nation. The flag cap, the 2 for Looney. This is the way it's going to end here in the first half. 1 minute 20 left on the clock, but Looney almost managing to get it. Still, LG have a lot to do now. They can still make their way out of this one, but the pressure from Rise, that just constant chokehold. There's no air in the lungs of Luminosity. They're just kept breathless. Slasher now, glide bomb in hand, not too far away from other streaks to work with, and this is it. 1 minute now left. A lot of work needs to be done from Luminosity, and they can do it, but they're going to have to contest against this mighty-looking Rise at the moment.
The problem right now, I'm looking, again, not just at kills, however, a big factor of CTF is those kills. Formal, 4 and 10, Cap, 5 and 11, Slacked, 4 and 9. John is just above positive, just above neutral here at 12 and 11, but it is a very slay-heavy game from Rise Nation. They're pinning them back in the base. They're showing why they are the best right now, and Slasher looking to add another flag to his name, but Formal is going to deny now, so 30 seconds left. Maybe Luminosity, they just want to say, you know what, let's cut our losses, let's go into the half 2-0 down, and we'll bounce back in the next half. Rise Nation, though, they're looking like a force to be reckoned with after a tough loss early on here. It's kind of giving me flashbacks of Seattle too.
Oh, such a shame. I mean, watching that play unfold from Cap, he was far forward. He had an opportunity to maybe make something happen there, and just getting caught. Very unfortunate, the timing. Unable to find Slasher off the spawn. And now Slasher making his way in. Formal takes care of him. TJ Halley also gets taken care of. 3 seconds left on the clock. There's going to be no stoppage time here in the first half, and that's it. We're going to blow the whistle, swap sides. But what a way to do it for the boys at Rise, up by 2. And quick, powerful caps for them as well. I mean, Luminosity, there's a distinct lack of sort of pressure being applied from them. The possession of the map is really going the way of Rise Nation, and this is looking good if you're a Rise fan.
Yeah, and I want to talk about Rise, obviously, just in general as a team. Their hard point coming into this event, 10 and 1. Search and Destroy, 7 and 1. Like, unbelievable records, but their CTF was the shaky one. It was 3 and 4, technically a negative record. Luminosity, you know, their hard point wasn't great at 6 and 5, but their CTF was 5 and 2. This was the one game mode which everyone talks about how, you know, JCap, the master of CTF, was the one kind of dragging them through it. Right now, we're not seeing that. I think we need to see a little bit more from obviously all players of Luminosity, mainly Slack, Cap, and Formal, but Rise Nation, they're looking to put the nail in the coffin here. It was a very tough loss on hard point map number 1. When will Slasher invest this glide bomb? That's the question. Will he save it for maybe a pull of Luminosity, or will he use it on the offense here?
Oh, he could easily use it on the offense here, but he doesn't need to because he's in, and he's pretty well taken care of there by the boys of LG. Gunless, though, still maintaining that pressure. TJ swaps out for where Looney was just a moment ago, and this is a great turn. I mean, at the same point, Johnny's going to take care of Gunless, but TJ's still in that far position. He's still far forward. He's going to completely take care of Formal there, and he does have a player behind him, so if he can catch JCap as well, I mean, that's great. He's still holding that position. He's locking down that left side of the map. Slack now coming in through. Nice nade from Slack once again. I mean, his arm has been on all day long so far. Those nades have been pristine. As Formal now desperately tries to help Luminosity surge back out of their base, get some presence on the map, and they really just haven't been able to do that. They've been in the chokehold of Rise Nation, and we're seeing the same thing. I mean, there's not a whole lot they can do. I mean, they're fighting out. They're doing the very best they can to trade in these situations, but the positioning from the boys of Rise is just so solid. Now, John has got a chance to make his way forward now. Formal backing him up. This is important kills. TJ goes down. He does have Gunners to the left-hand side. He's got a player who's going to be able to push his way on there now. Gunners takes care of JCap, though, so that left flank is now wide open. Formal needs to hold the line. He's gone up against Looney. Slasher's about to come around the corner. Slacked is making his way in now. This could be a chance from LG. Is it too little too late? 3 minutes left on the clock, but they just haven't got the guts to initiate again. Rise, so strong, Momo, so like handedly taking care of them on the defense, and now there's a chance to go forward and look at the difference.
Yeah, and you start to see kind of the difference in the two squads. Again, that glide bomb, it was always there. Did Slasher need it? No. The slaying power of Rise Nation just simply too strong, and they go for another attack here. We're going to see 3 go down from either side. It's going to be Slasher in a 1v1 with Cap, and yes, Cap's going to win, but is it going to change the game? No, it's just going to reset. We're going to see that time just dwindle away, and Luminosity almost clawing at this, but I will say I'm starting to see, you know, signs of light from Luminosity. The pressure being applied. They need to get a couple of flags to tie this map alone. This could be their chance. They found one. TJ with a tag as well, but the glide bomb has been invested. Is going to find the kill. The flag, though, still running away. Not for longer, because Slasher, 22 and 10. This man, he just puts the numbers up, whatever game mode it is.
Can't believe it. I think there was actually a bit of player collision there at the same time where those two players ran into each other, and the glide bomb took care of the flag carrier. And once again, we have the pressure being mounted now from Rise. Looney lost player left alive, but it doesn't matter. He's a one-man army. He can put shots into John. He can take care of that player in mid. 2 minutes left on the clock. That's a minute a cap. Luminosity can get back into this one. There's definitely a chance to make it happen. There's definitely an opportunity. But they do need to make something special happen right now, Momo, as that second minute is now underway. TJ still making this run work. First kill to his name. If Looney finds John, that's it. It's on. Gunless has got the kill. Now they have the numbers. Here they go forward. Rise looking to maybe get a third out of this one. Gunless again. 3 kills in a row for him. the hottest hands on the planet right now, as is TJ. There's Looney in the back end as well, and it's just like a Swiss watch. Gunless, Slasher, Looney, TJ making their way forward. TJ still in the base. No, can he do this?
He's not going to do it, but the same results are going to happen here. Rise are putting the pressure on. Luminosity, yes, they're surviving for now. They're holding them back, but inevitably, they're just delaying the loss here. 2-0 the current scoreline. You look at TJ, 24 and 17. Gunless, 26 and 16 at a positive 10. Slasher even trumps that at a positive 11. The slaying power of this squad is insane. And every time Luminosity start to get something, much like that, a wave of kills, they push up. What do Rise do? They dig those feet in, they hold that defense, and they break on out. Rise Nation, they've just once again just shown what sheer class they are.
Pure class. It's a masterclass here of CTF. I mean, they may not have a lot of points on the board, but 2 will get the win for them. And as you can see, Luminosity just unable to get anything going now. Formal, beautiful peek shot there on TJ. Looney as well. I mean, is this enough to make something happen? He's got a player on the flag. That's going to be Slack. Beautiful turn. Slasher's got shots in. The advantage there, but Slasher somehow gets the kill. Formal now. He needs to make this work out in a big way, and he may just be able to do that. That's his 4th kill in a row. 26 seconds left on the clock. TJ gets taken care of in mid. The flag is on the move. Looney, the only member left alive for his team. I'm not sure if there are streaks to work with, but this is a cap. 20 seconds left. The relay has to be now. It has to happen quickly, and I'm not sure if it can happen anymore. John, the last line. The last chance he's got to help his team. He needs to make this play happen.
He's going to go down with 8 seconds left. It's on Slack to just get a touch on the flag, and look, it's the human turret that is Slasher at the back, Looney and company as well round. A very close scoreline in 2-1, but I feel very one-sided in the fact of slaying. Just the pure dominance from Rise Nation across the board. It seemed like Rise always had that one, just that 1 foot over, the edge, if you like, in the game. However, that is not how the series has gone. It is currently 2-1. We will be going to a game number 4. Luminosity. They won map number 1, that of course being Hardpoint. Can they repeat this? Can they push this to a game 5? My goodness, Luminosity though. They've got a lot to deal with here. They've got Rise Nation still to beat. Can they do it? We'll be right back after this.
Rise just one away from taking this series. LG seems to have their work cut out for them. Will they be able to make it to another S&D and get a little bit of redemption, or will Rise be able to close it out here? I'm joined on the desk by Momo, Miles, and Chance. Guys, what is the story of this series really been, Momo?
For me, it's been very back and forth. Obviously, the first hardpoint, Luminosity came out, kind of shocked us again. After the Game 5 with Epsilon, for them to take Valkyrie in that fashion, I was like, okay, fair enough. You know, maybe they're not as bad as we think right now. But Rise Nation, they answer back with a 6-0 Search and Destroy, which couldn't be more one-sided. And then that CTF, even though it finishes just one flag apart, it was as one-sided as much as this S&D nearly. I just feel like they were constantly on the forefront, and Luminosity just constantly defensive. They did do it a few times, but they let the defense slip, and Rise Nation ran away with it.
Rise has already been tested a little bit here in Anaheim, but Chance, my question is, how dominating do you think they actually be overall in this field of play?
Rise Nation domination, from what we've seen historically, I mean, they're the most dominant team we have. There's so many close series from any number of teams you put to the test, and they're the only team that's kind of clear cut. Like in the Pro League, it was their hardpoint S&D combined were like 17-2, but TK's already beat them. They have a slow start on Friday. Even LG is taking a map off them. So not domination so far, but once they start getting the ball rolling, I think I expect them again to see a grand finals again.
And that is the thing that we need to see. Will they be able to get the ball rolling here? LG was able to take one hard point in this series already. Will they be able to repeat it? Let's jump straight in.
Well, if Call of Duty has taught me anything, it's that lightning can strike not only twice, but thrice, and frankly, as many times as it wants to. And Rise with the best hardpoint record in the tournament so far, and there's a very good chance they may have found themselves again after what was potentially a glitch in the system in that first matchup. But again, time will tell. Rise up by 1 in the series. And here we go into a hard point on Saint-Marie Dumont. Rise versus LG.
Yeah, and going into this, you saw the record 10-1. This is a map that played 3 times, and you know it. They've won it 3 as well. Luminosity, though, they have a bit of answering to do. Luminosity have a lot of fans here. Will be coming through and trying to root for these guys to push the competition back. They didn't have the best of starts. However, kicking things off, we're jumping on board with John, maybe the X factor of Luminosity, currently kicking it at 2-0. But TJ answers back with a double as John puts a grenade in his top pocket. And we're going to see these last 30 seconds fall for in the restaurant.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want to see John go off again, because that was really instrumental in the victory for LG in that first matchup, and see if he can't find it again. Now, Slacked once more. Nades are plenty. Takes care of JCap and Looney there, and as we go into the final 15 seconds of restaurant, you can see the setups for Winery Lot, and TJ's in position, finds 2, makes it look so easy, and he almost didn't catch those players on the timing, but in the end it was going to be enough to do it, and that's going to give him the spawns, that's going to give him position for the next hard point. Gunless may go down, but it's all in vain, because the battle for the restaurant is over, the battle for the Winery Lot is about to begin. Rise with an early lead, and it looks like they're going to hold on to this one as best they can. Looney, though, this position, he's going to be catching those players as they transition in the next hard point in a big way. That's a very important kill from John to nullify him there, and Slacked making the charge now forward as well. You can see number 2 on your screen, TJ Halleck spawning out there quickly, and the players of Luminosity have got to break on through to the Winery Lot as quickly and as decisively as they can, because if not, they're going to be hit from behind by TJ, and there he is. Speak of the devil, and he will show himself to you, and that is exactly what he's doing right now. Rise Nation, that dominance we worried about, that deceptive first match, seems to be a distant memory for them right now.
Yeah, and Rise Nation, they're running away with the Winery Lot. Still 20 seconds left to go, and Luminosity getting those back spawns, but maybe more punishing than they actually think here, as they're starting to fight for it. Formal's gonna hit their deck, and Slasher, Gunless, and TJ all picking up big kills. But cast your eyes to the top left. That mini-map's so important. You got number 1, Gunless, anchoring right at the back of the map here. Number 4, Looney, he's already in the next hardpoint. Slasher's way ahead of all Luminosity players. And look at TJ. TJ's running through the middle. He may find someone, shoot him in the back, and he has done. You don't see it often, but Rise Nation, without streaks, have managed to take Winery Lot and set up perfectly for the parking lot 2 miles.
Yeah, you're forcing all the members of Luminosity into a single position like this, and it's like shooting fish in a barrel, but sometimes the fish shoot back, as we saw Formal there. Taking care of Slasher. TJ now quickly, bar in hand. Not too far away from streaks. If he can catch Formal, this is looking good. There's another one there, but Formal manages to take care of him. Slacked is now in position. Slasher also trailing back. Parking lot is looking very good for Rise at the moment, but as you can see, those blue arrows trickling in. All those little drops of water will eventually become a puddle. Looney, though, he's got a mop in hand, and I think he's got a bit of mopping on his mind. If he can take on these players as they come through, not a chance found there for him to get any more streaks, but Luminosity have not got a single point in quite a while, man. I think it's 2 entire hard points. So Rise Nation just looking so strong right now.
I think those first 15 came from the initial restaurant when they split it pretty much 30 seconds each. A bit of contest, of course, going down. Rise Nation, though, starting to walk away with this. For the first time, Luminosity, they have control of a hard point, and Rise Nation, I believe, do not have any streaks, but do they really need it? They walk on in, they assert their dominance. Slasher and TJ really coming up trumps here. TJ with another as John and JCap do find 3. The hill will be neutral for a couple of seconds as Gunless starts to strafe on in. Gunless does miss just a few shots actually there as Looney bites back with the double himself, but still 33 seconds miles left on this lookout post, and TJ coming on in from the flank finds another nearly double positive. That will find him going down, but Gunless jumping on in too.
Oh, TJ just looking so good right now. 13 and 8 for him, 13 and 8 for Gunless, and already Rise Nation still just mounting the points. There's no stop to this, and Luminosity can do very little to cease the bleeding right now. Slash is getting kills, TJ's getting kills as well. Gunless now perched atop his ivory tower, shooting down on these sort of little Luminosity ants right now. And TJ holding on the restaurant as it's about to flip over. Got players coming in from all sides. He gets shots in a one, and John and Jacob actually managing to hold on this one. Now, LG has success to begin with on the restaurant. This is when they first got their first few points before things started to get a little bit dicey for them, a little bit too much to handle. Can they repeat themselves here? Rise off spawn now. You can see him spawning at the bottom side of the map. But look at that. Slasher's alive in mid. Shots are in. JCap finally getting the kill. And this whole time, Luminosity are finally getting more points.
Yeah, and a little bit more of an incentive here, obviously. Luminosity, 40 points to their name, but you guys know it as well. In the build, and 100-point club comes in, and we start giving away free tacos. If you want some tacos, you're rooting for Rise Nation right now, 100-point lead and more. But Luminosity, they're not out of this. There's a long way to go still here. But TJ now pushing on forward, getting up close and personal. John, though, has one over him on him with that SMG battle, should I say. Winery, though, Miles, for the first time here I'm looking at, Luminosity, they have that rotation. This is something where they should be able to hold. But to Rise Nation, do they just bully their way back into it?
I think you're going to find a way to... They might not even have to bully their way back in, you know, it's going to...
Stroll on in.
They're going to put a pin prick through the box and find their way through, and this is the way they're going to do it. Winery lot now in the hands of LG, but for how long? Formal, he's holding down the back. Slash is coming through, big shots. That's an easy kill, the first of many to come now for Rise Nation as they make their way through. Gunless gets one, Slasher gets another. They didn't even need streaks. They didn't need anything but the guns in hand. Slasher, 3 kills in a row. 3 for Gunless, 3 for Looney, and 1 for TJ. This is an absolute massacre. And if you want those tacos, don't forget going to the Jack in the Box stand, and while stocks last, you're going to be able to get yourself a free taco if Luminosity don't get 100 points.
My goodness, Rise Nation, what a way to break into a hard point. It's not theirs just yet as the Winery lot still with 20 seconds left. Gunless putting another 2.0 on their board, 4-kill streak for him. The craziest thing about this whole thing, Miles, is we've not seen streaks. No matter the scoreline, Rise Nation, you look across the board like TJ +2, Looney +2. Yes, Gunless and Slasher are slaying out, and it's pretty standard for them to do so, but we're not seeing those glide bombs, those barrages as well. We're heading over to that parking lot. Gunless has a lot on his plate and he's hungry. A grenade is going to find the first. He's going to go down, though, and Luminosity, they're going to take that parking lot right back.
Oh, desperate to get back in there again. It's interesting, you know, without streaks, without huge amounts of kills, Rise are absolutely dominating this St. Marie. An absolute run so far. Luminosity, though, in control, 74 points now and climbing. The Taco Dream is on the verge of extinction right now in this series. Rise at 204. They need to keep him away from that 100 points, and you all get a taco. John hanging in there as best he can, but here comes the play from Rise. There it is, 30 seconds left now on the parking lot. Rise can't win it here, but they can get a lot of time. Looney lying prone in the mud. He does get taken care of there, but shots are in from Gunless over the top, and that's a big hold, but not enough. Here come the rest of Rise, trying to get back in there as fast as they can. TJ is going to be first in, shots are out. He does get dropped though. Slack manages to get a second there on Looney. That bar ringing out, and there's a chance now for 10 seconds now of time to get in on parking lot, but as they've gone straight over to the next hard point, and now Luminosity are looking to shine. The clock's rising, 93 points. The Taco Dream dwindling away, but there goes the flip. Who's got control? 5 points left.
That's all they need, Rise Nation. It feels like the end of the game. We're just counting down to the 100-point club. Rise Nation are running away with this one no matter what. Gunless 25 and 14 slaying out, but TJ keeping that dream alive, pushing on forward. He's going to get aggressive. Find another, find a second as well. And Rise Nation, they're starting to heat up, assert their dominance, and with just 20 points needed here, they can end it on the lookout post. Luminosity are going to be trying to break through from the middle, though. 3 go down. Looney, what you got to do?
Can win it here, Looney. Shots are out. Trying to keep those players out of the hard point. 95 points now to 234. Rise Nation, they can win it here. There is a chance. They got to hold on as best they can. 17 seconds left. Slasher, gunless Looney, picking up kills. 10 points remaining, and here we go. TJ hanging in there. There's a final push now coming in from LG, moments away, and it could well and truly be. No, it's not over yet.
However, there's one player
Luminosity
still left in it. We might be counting down. The 100 gets broken. The tacos are taken away. But Gunless and TJ, they're going to be in the restaurant, maybe cooking themselves some, and they're going to end it 250 to 100.
No,
you could have just given it to him.
Wait, does it count?
No, it doesn't. 100-point club
No, I'm
is
just gonna try
less
it.
than.
No, I'm gonna try it. Luminosity, welcome to the 100-point club. Anaheim, welcome to Taco Town. Everybody's getting tacos. I said so. It counts. Maven, where are you? It doesn't count. Production just told me it doesn't.
We're being
count.
told it doesn't count. You get nothing. Good day, sir.
Well, now we can all feel as bad as LG feels. All right, let's talk about that series a little bit. At least they got 100 points there. Chance.
Who really
Want me to pick that up? Yeah, I mean, we said before the series started, Rise Nation, once they get the ball rolling, like we said, Slow Friday, they get beat by TK. Since then, since map number 1 at least of this series, just complete and utter domination. Yeah, they look good.
I'm out of breath. I've never been so invested in a series in my life, but we are going to see that victory coming in from Rise, and they are starting to get hot here. When we got to Anaheim, we knew this was the team to beat. We need to see them get tested a little bit more, though. The really crazy thing to think about is just how these pools are shaping up. And as we look at some of the other matches that are going to be going on here today, we're going to be seeing just that. You can see it's Envious versus Splice right now. That one is just getting started. And Complexity versus Optic Gaming also just getting started. Let's jump into that Bravo matchup, though. Put that one